I'm going to say it's okay to kill somebody. Now the question is, well, who do we kill and under what rules? But anytime you have any rules which would say, well, you really can't do it in that circumstance, well, then the question is, well, why not? There might have been a whole bunch of deaths that were not reported, but of course the government has done no investigation into that, so we have no idea. But there is lots of signs that there's that problem of underreported deaths, but that's a whole nother story and a whole nother show that we can go into. But the numbers keep increasing. So every month I receive the numbers from Ontario. So other states, other provinces, are not providing the data on a monthly basis, but Ontario does. And the numbers I just keep going up, 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 up. So in 2021, there was 10,064. I predict there will be over 13,000 then in 2022, and the numbers will continue to rise. We're already at a situation where if you live in Victoria, in Vancouver Island, it's the highest rate of euthanasia in the world in Vancouver Island. We already have that level of sad acceptance, and we have further a lot more promotion going on. So you've got this whole situation now where doctors are being told that you're obligated to bring up the option of medical aid in dying. They're obligated to bring up the option because people have the right to all options, and as a physician you have to provide all information. So you start thinking about this, someone who's going through a terrible psychological time of their life because they're dealing with end-of-life issues. They're dealing with the fact that their life is coming to an end, and there's a lot of people who deal with that in a very difficult way, and they need time, they need support, and yet someone's saying, well, what about medical aid in dying? Let's start thinking about what we're actually doing. We're creating more and more push to kill and less ability for someone to live until they die, and that seems to be what's going on.
And this is so extreme in Canada and in other places in the world that physicians are required to do this or find another job. In fact, and I'd like you to give us more details on this, but university students in medical school, it's a prerequisite for them to graduate in medicine to agree to do this. Is that the case?
Yes and no, but they are required not to do it. The law says very clearly that they don't have to do it. So if you were a physician who believes it's absolutely wrong to kill people, and you have a patient who's asked you for euthanasia, MAiD, and they've asked you for this, you have the obligation not just to refer them to another physician, but it's called, you have to refer them to someone who's willing to make the act happen. So that's what you call, a direct referral. It's a serious problem because, if you're not willing to kill someone, it's the same moral latitude issue if now you're sending them to the killer. So you didn't do it yourself, but you sent them to the killer. So you've got a lot of doctors who are saying, no, I don't believe in killing, and I'm not going to send you to the killer. So they're finding themselves in a lot of difficulty. Now, Manitoba is the exception to that in Canada. In Manitoba, now every province is a little different because these are provincial, rules along the College of Physicians and Surgeons. Manitoba does have conscience rights, whereas that's the only province in Canada that has conscience rights. And as of this moment, Nova Scotia, Quebec, and Ontario would be the worst offenders of this. So
we talked about the children. But where do you think this is going? Because they're already being taught in school about MAiD and how it's a great thing.
Well, in school, they might be discussing it, but also there's now a whole booklet out now that's been produced for children. So what happens is that if, let's say, your grandmother has asked for medical aid in dying, the doctors are now providing these coloring books and everything to beautifully explain it to the grandchildren or to the children as to what's happening, and to make it seem so normal. They're normalizing this, you see. So this is the whole thing. It's the normalization of killing that's been going on.
Every single day, there are new developments in the culture war. You need to stay on top of the news from the front lines around the world. At LifeSite, it's actually our mission to serve you the truth on life, faith, family, and freedom so that you can be an effective soldier for Christ. Subscribe now and never miss an important development in the culture war that you need to know about, all from a faithful Catholic perspective. And check out the links below to get involved with our reporting and our pro-life partners. Thank you and God bless you.